And it's my birthday. How you guys doing today? I'm not joking. It is now my birthday as of recording this. Just getting it out of the way now because people might be joining and saying happy birthday. So it might pop up in chat. Okay. So, we've faced defeat from the dog. I will at least acknowledge that. It kicked our ass. It was a tough fight. We were told that you were expected to be level 90 before even facing it, and all of the speedrunners have levels. So, I don't know how... I got so fucking close though. I feel like if I just dedicated a whole stream, like a day with no distractions, we'd get it. But it's my birthday, and there's a game jam that I'm still participating in. It's a busy day for me, so... We're just gonna try to kill the Nameless King, one of the hardest bosses in the game. Shouldn't be a problem. No, I'm not really doing anything today, so... This is my celebration. Probably just hang out with my family a little bit later. Okay. And the death cycle begins. No, I tried to roll. I think it was because I was sprinting. I should have just kept my camera on him. I even saw the animation of his either release or wind up, but I had the timing. Well, I guess clearly not, but it's a problem with sprint and roll being the same button, so I have to pick up my finger and press it. Like, see, I just did it there and it did not roll. So if I do it too slow, yep, see, it does it again. If I do it too slow, it just counts as re-sprinting. It just happened twice right outside the boss room. So that's what keeps killing me there. I press sprint, but the game is like, I'm sure you want to keep rolling right now, sure. No, get back here! Fuck. At least I got the spacing on the fire. Oh, okay. I saw him winding up, but I thought it was something else. This is when we die to learn the timings. I've already dodged all these moves and got him to phase 2 yesterday. So. I just need to warm up. I need to relax. Pressure's on because it's my birthday. If I could kill the Nameless King on my birthday, that'd be kind of sick. But I feel like I just need to say that and acknowledge that I might not. But I do want to. It would be a sick birthday gift. God damn it. No, I definitely rolled. Gonna be one of these kinds of days, huh? I think the same thing happened, because I did input sprint, like, just before I tried to roll. But I, like, picked it up and pressed it. Yeah, see, it did it again. You could tell when my character straightens out and then goes back into, like, a sprint, that I'm letting go and pressing it, but it's not registering as a roll. It's registering as a sprint continuation. was thinking maybe I had the spacing to roll away from him. It's scary, of course, but running right into the fire, like towards them, is the safest. Because he kind of like slows down the cone. But it gets like obviously bigger towards the end, but it does it really fast, so. Alright. I'll turn chat back on though. I'm just gonna try and learn this first phase again. God damn. It looked like he was going for his stab attack and then the dragon. It's kind of the same wind-up, not the same animation, but it looks got like the same pose. Definitely rolling under and into him is the safest bet at the start. It's that move. Third with strike. Oh, okay. Not gonna get a full combo, so might as well use the one hit as a power strike. Okay. No! Oh my god, my character would go for a fucking kick. I was holding forward, so the second hit being a kick doesn't really make much sense. But it does happen. All I'm gonna say is that was definitely not what I was trying to do. Oh man, that sucks. That's so unlucky. Because if I get my hits there, I have the timing to dodge that lightning. I'm not used to that move. I'm gonna be real. The move that killed me. Wasn't expecting it, but I didn't have the timing to roll at all because the kick takes so fucking long. I don't want to like walk into his like particles, like the side effect, and take damage. No, what the hell? What was that? I saw what just happened. I just can't believe what just happened. My character did a falling attack. How the fuck did he get any air and or press attack? That was like... What? What just happened? I would have had to fall off of... I actually can't even replicate it. Because I need to jump off of something. I need to be falling a distance to do that. I literally can't replicate it here on flat ground. That's why I'm like, what the fuck just happened? It was like one of these statue things, but it didn't show up underneath me. Maybe it was just a particle effect. That was crazy, actually. When I said before that the fall, like the height of those was crazy, that's what I meant. Happy birthday. How old would you be if it's not too personal? I answered this with a joke before, but technically, the matter inside of us can't be destroyed, right? And was forged in the hearts of stars long ago. Okay, watch. I'm gonna do this attack. Real quick. That. You can only do that when you jump off of something. I literally can't. The only jump attack I can do is my sprint, which is a different attack. Different wind up, different knockback. That was like a last frame perfect jump off of something while I was on flat ground. That's why I was like, what? Oh, okay. That was the actual confusion. But yeah. I'm as old as time. Matter can't be destroyed, so. I'm an ancient being, much like the Nameless King. I rolled way too early. Same. Respect. Oh, that threw off my groove. That was kind of nonsense, but I dig it. At least it was a very obvious glitch where it was like, I actually can't even do that on flat ground. I have to, like, hold on, let's see if I could do it here. No. I genuinely have to walk a height off of something and attack, like this. And that's kind of what it is. Like, if you input the attack right before you hit the ground, it just does the slam part of it. That's why it was like, why did it, what? Like, it was like I attacked right before I hit the ground, but I was running towards the boss on flat ground. That's why I was like, what? None of what just happened made sense. There we go. How you doing? This one you just roll away from. That's any dragons. They're breathing fire underneath them. So much easier when you're locked on here. That's nuts. Just sometimes they drop the lock on. One day, we'll hit that shit. Consistent as fuck. I can't see. Oh fuck. See, it consumes the camera, but I'm so far ahead of the camera. We really only need to get it about halfway. Phase 2. Chat off. Boss engaged. Yeah, you just not fight me. You didn't have to kill your dog. I just walked in here. You're attacking me. You're doing this to yourself. I want that to be clear before anyone blames me for what the fuck just happened. No, I should have double rolled. At least we know now. Damn. I think Boreal Dancer rules are the best, where we just turning chat back on. Maybe you guys can agree. Running away. Just rolling the fuck away might be the play. Can you just keep doing that attack? Fuck. No. Oh. Okay. I haven't put chat on. No, I tried to roll afterwards. I saw my character move in the direction I wanted to roll, but he didn't roll the direction I wanted. He just walked. I don't think it was a sprint though, because he just kind of did like a little like this animation. The normal ass walk. Just kind of turned like that way? Is that the way you want me to roll? Alright though. We're kind of fucking up the first phase, so. In a good way. I said the same thing all the time. It looks completely hopeless until all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck? How does he know how to fight this boss all of a sudden? Can you just keep attacking the same move? Not that move though. That should hit me. Yeah. I just... No! It's alright. Both of you get a fucking smack. Please, poise break. Fuck. I missed. I walked for too long. Ooh. It's like imagine a poison bar or a frostbite bar. It's a build up, right? And then if you stop attacking them, it starts counting down. So that's why certain amounts of, like if I just don't stop beating the shit out of them, I break their poise faster. No, I wasted my fucking magic stack. That's alright. It's probably for the best. I missed so many attacks that I got him down this far without even breaking his poise. So it actually wasn't a good run. Surprisingly. I got him really low, but I was like, nah, I could do better. I get the poise break like halfway. If I hit that guard break stance attack right there, ooh, we got it. That would have actually done the poise break that I was looking for, but I whiffed, as we say in the industry. As the kids say nowadays. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? Bullshit. Can I call bullshit? You mind if I just take a little sip right here? Thank you. Thank you. I'll pet your dragon. Thank you. That little circle helps me with timing. Makes me not do it too early. Whoa, camera! You know what? If that direct hits, I die. But I could barely got missed. Fuck. Even without seeing anything, I got your timing, buddy. The spacing on the dragon, however, a little harder. Fuck. Okay, I deserve that. No, I even tried to spam roll the other way. Back through. That's okay. Noted that I should probably fight him over there so he doesn't open with that, because then it's a gamble on the stab move. Well, he'll definitely do the stab move after that, but goddamn, motherfucker didn't want to see a rock collection. He was like, get that shit out of here, and he started blowing the wind at me. Tried to vacuum it up. I can't blame him. This one's for the dragon, though. Ooh, it's a shiny one. This is what Pickle P looks like in my head. By the way, I should say... no, I don't know if it looks like anything like this, but... I don't know, like, cause you never see the NPC, I'm like, it could just be a fucking dragon, bro, you know? It's something that roosts, right? We know of the dragon consumed king that talks, so I was like, it could just be a dragon person. We hit those. For whom the bell tolls. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Or thine dragon. If I can hit it. I can hit the dragon. That's why you gotta watch your stamina bar. No, I rolled, I promise you. Like, I turned the camera and input my pull down roll. I sense a trend. I like how the OST sounds more like Dark Souls 1 OST. Yeah. Can I note something though? This is two bosses in the same room, right? Let's do a little game design note. This is two bosses in the same room, but they work as one, so it counts as, like, they don't attack you at the same exact time. They have like a function and attack you together, right? Either he's swinging at you or the dragon's swinging at you, because they are built together, right? It's part of their like animations, story, coding. He's a dragon rider, it makes sense. The wolf dude, not like that at all. The timing is crazy. You can't fucking learn it. No, I tried to roll forward. I just didn't have the timing that time. I thought I was safe. Is it safe? But I agree. Dark Souls 1, crazy good. But you reminded me that that boss was a Dark Souls 1 boss, and by itself, Sif is actually not that bad, but like, when you throw 4 mobs in the fuck, I'm still salty about that. Nah. It's just a comparison to this boss. This is 2 bosses, and then there's a phase 2 where you have to fight a completely different boss. But it doesn't feel like too much in my opinion, right? Compared to that first one. It's not like a forced walk back. It's a really short walk back. I don't know. Iteration time is important in game design, so this is cool. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have to fight this dragon until the boss shows up. It's like, no, phase 1 is the dragon, because he's a dragon rider. Like, if the dude jumped off the dragon, or jumped off the wolf in phase 1, if he was riding it, and then he fought me like he does in phase 2, I'd be like, alright, this shit's crazy. That I just don't have the timing. I pressed it like as he hit my gut. Twin Princess is also kind of like nameless phase 1 as well. Yeah, there's like a phase 1 where you're getting to practice phase 2 as well. Like some of his moves in phase 1 are enhanced in phase 2. It's kind of like that with the wolves, except there are 3 wolves attacking you. It's not like one wolf and the dude, and then you fight him, you fight the wolf, you fight the big wolf that joins you, and you're like, oh shit. It's like a surprise attack in the boss room that's a PvP encounter, and then after fighting through that, you summon the boss who fights you on top of like everything that's going on. Technically, if we don't kill the wolves, we get him halfway down. We have all 5 of them in the fucking boss room at the same time. Like, it is possible. I'm just not doing that to myself because of obvious fucking reasons. 3 wolves is bad enough. 4 of them, and 1 of them is 10 times scaled. No thanks. I think the dragon is more likely to attack if I'm locked onto him. Okay, it forced me to lock onto the dragon there. I was trying to stay locked. I was just saying how I wanted to stay locked onto him, and then it fucking swapped me to the dragon. Alrighty. Phase 2, baby. You look like Red Eyes Black Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh, which is kind of cool. That was my card. My brothers had the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then I had Red Eyes, and then I found out it was weaker because I was a child, and then I wanted Blue Eyes. And then I got like a first edition because we just happened to be by a game store at the time, and they just sold me like one of the pre-made pack deck things where you can't even see the bottom of the cards. So you don't know if it is or not. I got lucky as fuck. I still have that shit. No, I keep dying to the same fucking thing. It even looked like he did the like diagonal dash input that I rolled, but I pressed roll too late. I pressed movement first, so. But you could tell because he barely moved. Like he like 1 frame of my character's movement started, and then I already got stabbed, so I was late as hell. You might be better off in phase 2, one hand. You're right! What the fuck? This is why I'm streaming. It's like the community run in Elden Ring. You might be able to get more hits. Yeah. And if I try to buff my weapon. I did really good on the weapon buff run last time. Please switch to the Dragon Rider. Never mind. I don't want to stay in front of the dragon. It's like the scariest spot, but it's actually like the safest. Right where he can swing at you and the weapon and the dragon can bite you, because he actually doesn't have any moves for that range. Just crazy to say, but I find that's the safest spot. Like, he doesn't have as far of range as it seems. The only thing he can really do is shoot a lightning bolt at you, and I think they want him to do that. Then running into him. Because then you have the spacing for this. Analyzing out loud helps. I'm gonna die just because of that. Yeah. I tried going through the dragon, and then it took off into the sky. There was only two things that I could do there, which was run away, actually. Or if it were the other wind wave attack, which is what I thought it was, which is why my timing was completely off on the roll, I would have got it. Take care and good night. Also, good luck. He's an endurance. Thank you. Also, I got your comment, ZRV, before. Good job killing the princes and continuing on your journey. Good shit. It is my birthday, so I'm glad we at least got you here on the birthday stream. That, like, a move with really big windup is the perfect kind of move to sprint on. Fuck. Lock on kind of messed me up. I wanted to roll under the dragon's neck, but because I locked onto him and he like reeled back, I jumped forward into his fucking weapon. Oops. If I just rolled to my right, I would have been safe there, but I rolled according to where my camera was a second ago before the lock on. Also, again, good night. Can't pet that dog. Can't pet that dog. I'm just petting the dog with my sword. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? If not friend, why friend shaped? He gets to ride it. How come I can't pet it? That's not fair. You guys share your pets, dog. It's a living creature. If it wants to hang out with me, it wants to hang out with me, okay? Just because your pet likes me more, it keeps trying to bite me, we're playing. I pet that dog. I'm actually just... Now I'm making phase 1 look easy, which is what I intend. I'm not even an hour in. Alright. I should be working on my game, though. So we might have to cut my birthday stream short, just because the deadline is 3 in the morning tomorrow. So this is like the real last day I can work on it. And then like update the webpage and stuff. It looks pretty cool, and it's running. It works, and I got all the functions in. And now I'm just polishing the particle effects and adding like screen shake and stuff. Like, it's done. I'm gonna make like a menu screen and shit. That's it. We're fucking good. And the condition to spawn the boss. I'm just deciding on how many points before boss spawns. I'm noticing a running theme in my Game Jam games. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. To be fair, I totally broke the game last night and I panicked and I was like, uh-oh. No! Damn, where's the opener in that? That was a full combo. But I guess we learned that we just have to wait until he does like a big stab. We're just rolling. I feel like that's a lot of these bosses now. It's just a roll for my life. But yeah, no, the calm before the storm is like there are power-ups hidden around the map where you're running around. And it's like a little rain storm, kind of like what's going on right now in the game. It's like rain, particle effects. I hate to break the illusion, but they're tied to the camera. That's how particle. So it's not raining everywhere. It's just raining where the camera is, within the render box. That's how like every game does it. So that way it always looks like it's raining. And then they render it generated world space. Oh, I've definitely rolled. That's that. But yeah, they generated world space, so as you move and it casts more particle effects, the ones that have already rendered don't move with the generator. So that's how it works in most games. If you don't have it coded like that, then you are taxing the player's computer like a motherfucker. And that's why coding weather is hard, because you have to like do that for everyone. I think the only real thing you need to sync up, another look behind the scenes, is the like lightning strikes or like a tornado or any like real event that everyone would see in like world space, because you can't argue about like, well, I saw a droplet just pass by right here. It's like, well, yeah, not everyone's counting every drop on screen, so those could be unique to the players like clients. But like lightning, being like, bro, did you see that lightning strike over there? That was crazy. I prayed that I was gonna hit the dragon, and you know what? I didn't. And I pet that dog. Why are you doing crazy ass? Where'd that second combo move come from? You only did that once before. It's every time I get him to phase 2. Can I pet this dog? What about this dog? Can I pet this dog? I remember being blown away by the weather in Red Dead 2. It looks so good. Look at that timing though. Oh my god, I rolled right into that lightning. He didn't hit me shit. Whoop! Swoop! Ah, my tiny sword. How you doing? It looks so good. I haven't played Red Dead 2. Phase 2. How about that? No, but I've only ever heard good things. I was like jealous of how good it sounded. I was like a hater for a minute almost, because I was like, fuck, dude, everyone's memeing about how good this game is, and I haven't even fucking tried it. But I wasn't like mad at the game or critiquing the game at all. I was just kind of like, fuck these memes, bro. I want to play this shit. Essentially the memes were, oh my god, isn't this game amazing? Okay. Overhead has... Oh, see that hit stun? Like, dude, now you understand. Now, that was like the perfect visual. I was spamming roll there, right? So when the enemy that I'm fighting against in the wolf fucking boss room, I break his guard and he just rolls out of that. I'm like, dude, I wish. Do you know how many times I had to live through shit? Honestly, I haven't played it much. Just an absurd amount of detail in the game. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's on me for practicing block. That's crazy though. I don't have my phone on me and it's silented, so people are probably trying to call me for my birthday. I think I already missed one call. It's because of the place I go to like record stuff. Not for my stream, but like the show or whatever, the talk show I mentioned before. I have to mute my phone and turn it off and prevent alerts from going out. It'll, oh. I think it turned into a sprint because I held it for too long. But yeah, it'd be like that. Alright, I think someone's here. I'm gonna go check. It is my birthday, so I just want to make sure I'm not leaving people just sitting in the living room. Give me a sec.
Oldest time.
I'm back. I honestly haven't. Oh, yeah. I gotta go. Good luck on the run. Happy birthday again. Thank you. You're probably gone by now, but we're out here. My uncle was here, by the way. I wasn't, gone for nothing. He was checking on my grandma, though, as well. She was in the hospital. Understandable. glitchy. That was the overhead opening. Not an opening. Third hit. Fuck! I even knew the third hit was coming. Huh. I can't even explain the timing on that. I just messed up. I feel like I hit it. I said it before it. Still got me. Huh. Do I have that ring on that increases my dodge roll? Yeah, that shit's really good. Kinda want to try the endurance ring on just to show the difference, and then right before I kill the boss, let him kill me. But then, people are gonna be like, oh, you just died right before the boss died. Sprint at them. And back here. Oh, I got him. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. What is it for? Isn't if what is? I fucking forgot the saying. It's some part of that poem. Is the land not any less for every like grain of sand taken by the sea or something? Hit. That's all, folks. I'm just kidding. Timing. Facing. God, try to roll behind him. I don't think it would have even mattered, though I'm getting the combos. I am learning. Okay. I also have a little notebook in front of me of all the stuff I need to code in the future in my game. And like all of it is crossed out except like a couple of things. I'm so happy when we get there in game development. When you're looking at your list of shit to do and you're like, huh, it wasn't actually that much after all. When you get it working, it's the getting it working that's the hard part. And then getting it to work well for everyone is the harder part. Not a lot of games optimize their shit, so I've been trying to like go into Unity and change the rendering effects and make sure the quality is really fucking good, even if it ran on a potato. I go on like a really old computer in the house and I run the game and even if it runs in like 2 frames a second, I'm like, alright, well it's working right now, how do we optimize this? Like we're working on Windows Vista. It's crazy. I think it's actually Windows 7. It's just been so long. Fuck. That would have definitely poised broken. I can't even explain how I understood that spacing. That was just like, I know you'll end up over here at the end of that animation, so if I just swing over here right now... I can barely see what the fuck's going on. I just saw like the fold of its wing. I was like, well, I know what pose you're in. That's where we want to be on the boss. Can't just keep panic rolling though, because he has like an ill-timed move for that. Oh shit. Please don't hit me. That's not my heal. That is not my heal. That's my healing opportunity though. That's my bus. I think I was right about the Boreal Dancer rules of just moving away. No, I fucked up the timing once. Oh. God damn it. Keep getting him to like right there. But we're learning the combos. I just need to buff my weapon right between the phase. I don't think he'll give me that courtesy, but I gotta find a way to do it. And we'll do this. It lasts a while. Maybe not to phase 2, but... This is a poise break kind of run. We don't get one shot. How the fuck? This is trash. Sorry, I didn't mean it. No worries. Here, I'll make it harder for myself. I'll turn the round. I'll drop a little stone in the middle of the boss fight when I should be buffing my weapon. Okay, he actually gave me the courtesy. I joked about him not being kind enough. He genuinely was kind enough to let me fuck around and buff my weapon. Alright, well, thank you, boss. Okay. What? Follow-up? I tried to heal. I saw someone typing that. Just subscribe, keep it up, win the fight for Jesus. Crep Delight, thank you. I'm sorry. I should have turned normally when I'm like in try-hard mode, I have my second monitor off. But I'm glad I got to your message. Thank you for subscribing. You're the bomb. Normally I have a little notification. But I guess sometimes it breaks, so. Because I do notice, like, I'll end stream and I'll have more subscribers. I'm like, huh, it didn't notify me. But OBS be breaking sometimes. Unless you subscribe before I, like, in the off season. No, when I wasn't streaming. And, like, from one of my vids. And hell yeah, thank you. Well. I just got munched. I'm gonna turn my second monitor off real quick. It is in my peripheral, which is my, like, I set it up in such a good way that I'll never miss a message, but in such a bad way that if I'm in a boss fight and someone sends a message, I see it immediately, and I'm like, oh, well, so. That's why sometimes I just have to straight up turn it off at times for my own ADHD's sake. Because I'm like, that shit will get me killed. My brain is like, look to your left, look to your left, look to your left, while I'm in the middle trying to fight this fucking boss. Alright. I feel like we've got phase 1 down pretty good. Flowchart. Flowchart bosses are the best, especially for level 1 runs. I don't like that my controller rumbles when I jump through that, as if I got hit. Cool attack. I'm dead. Yep. So low. I should have buffed my weapon. Turning chat back on so you guys can laugh at me. Hey, what's up? Feliz Campliano. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Mateo? I love you. I got turned into a chicken crisp. Honestly, though, I am, for a level 1 proof, with no stat increase in gear, I'm doing pretty good. This is like the second to last boss. I could go straight to the end from here. It's an optional boss, and it's one of the hardest bosses in the game. And I keep getting it to phase 2 as level 1. So it's actually... This is what progress looks like on a level 1 Souls-like. share my strats with the community. I've just slain so many dragons that, of course, the dragon phase is going to be the one that's easy for me. I'm like, oh, this is the fight that people complain about? Also, love you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. My tiny T-Rex arms of a fucking sword. I'm fighting Zeus. Well, this is supposed to be like this game's equivalent of Zeus's son, who was the nameless king because he abandoned this is the theory. He abandoned like the way of light and stuff to side with the dragons who the god fears, his dad, Zeus, also having a dragon. So he's like supposed to be the heir to this kingdom, but he wants to end it. Phase 2 is started. Would you give me the moment to buff my weapon, kind boss? Nope. Stamina. This is the guy's moveset that we have to learn right now. And as I say that, I die to the same... Well, I just dodged that move with the exact thing, but I positioned more behind him to his right. Which is what I'm aiming for, but he body blocks me. God damn it. At least we're so good at phase 1 that we'll enter phase 2 consistently to practice. But now you can see what the struggle is like. A level 1 crisp that I just got turned into. Would you mind if I drop a rock for good luck? Buff my weapon? What other spells do I have? None. I took that ring off, that's right. Okay. We only have one at a time. Can't see shit. Unfortunate. Press the attack. When you have an advantage, take it. Even if it seems risky, if you know in your heart of hearts that you get that shit, you take it. Even if you only have a T-Rex ass fucking sword and you can't reach anything, you still swing for the heavens, dude. Roll with you so that I can chase you. Fuck, he got blocked by the doorway. Phase 2. Did I use any heals? I didn't. I'm glad I switched back to my heals though, because I would have, in a panic, dropped a fucking rock again. Alright. Not the wind-up, but the release. That's what you roll for. How many times have I rolled on the wind-up though for this guy? I'm just scared. He's like twice my size. Probably even more than that, actually. I should have rolled into him. I was rolling away to buff my weapon. I was focused on the wrong thing. Though technically a little bit more damage this time. Well, now I know I can't roll back through that. Unless I perfectly time it, which is harder. It's easier to just roll into a position where they're not going to hit you. I'll just give that away. But you just have to feel out where the hitboxes are. Because as the wolf guy has shown us, they'll swing at you. And they will miss, and the game will still count it as a hit. A very visible miss. It be like that. Ah, I missed. Lock on him when he does this. Roll backwards through that so that you can sprint towards the dragon and get all 3 hits. Change back to the rider. Dragon starts to breathe, you charge him, and then you just pocket yourself in the chin, right? Keep your camera position so you can see the rider and the dragon's face. That's all you need. Even if you just see the rider's legs. And then boom, phase 1's done. Easy. Look at that shit. It's this guy that's a problem. Whoa, the lock-on tried to hold the dragon and it was like pulling me through the map. I was like, where's my camera going? I've never even seen it move like that. Just rolled into a position where he won't hit me. What? I rolled too early, I guess. It looked like it missed, but it did, like timing-wise, it very much hit me. It didn't look like it. It looked like I rolled under it, but too early. I got psyched out. I rolled on the wind-up, not the release. I need to follow my own advice. Also, keep looking over at chat. I'm gonna just turn that off. Here's a rock. I'm gonna buff my weapon, because you are nice enough to let me do so. Thank you. Oh, okay. That is kind of you to do your longest wind-up. I thought I would be safe there, but I rolled just in case, and then he went right over me, because I had never done that positioning before. That's exactly where he's swiping. Okay, I didn't know. Let's get away from the pillar thing. Oh my god. I pressed, from my point of view, I pressed interact and then I switched to the healing and I was like, I'm gonna drop a stone right now, I'm about to die. And then he sipped the Estus. It like interchanged it in my favor finally, but it definitely proved to me that I did the wrong order of inputs, and then it switched them around just now to help me out. Ugh. That's the worst way to have something confirmed for you, in a panic. Your brain's like, wait, did that really just happen? Shit. You might even see it if you rewind, like, the stones might flash like I interacted, and then I switch the Estus, and then I pull out the Estus instead. A little buffer window. That's crazy. Also, can I pet that dog? No. You pet that dog. Can I heal? Thank you. Okay. Don't have a panic attack. Whenever they go into walking mode, is when I'm gonna buff my weapon. In any situation, even if it risks everything. right? Doesn't this guy have a phase 2 as well? Oh, I'm a fucking moron. Oh, I didn't know he continued that. How many is that? 5 hits, 6 hits? Not actually too bad. I have 6 rolls, so if he just misses one of those, I'm safe. It's when they like strike and turn around like this. Ready? Except they do it way faster. So timing looks crazy. Harder to prepare for. Still have to roll for, not every move does it, but you just have to roll for moves that you aren't certain do that. And then if you see that he doesn't like 180 with the swing, then you're safe to roll behind him for that. And then just kind of wait it out, get stamina back. In any boss fight. Run right for the rider. I risked my life attacking the face earlier just to test if that spacing was possible. Also, the fact that when he flinches, he moves his head up is kind of cool. Like the fire trail moves as well. It's like casting a particle effect with a hitbox, so the trajectory is affected by the position of the animation. The flinch matters. It's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. I understand how it's coded, but damn, that is some attention to fucking detail. Just coded well. Phase 2. No heals, no damage. Let's fucking do this. Okay. You are actually the boss I need to practice. The game wasn't sure if it hit me there. And I think it chipped me in my head, so that's why I was like, huh. You couldn't tell. It do be like that. Sometimes it works in your favor. I need to heal. We need a big move. Can you do your charge up jump attack thing? Yeah, that one. No, not that one. I mean, that one would have worked for me, but like a second earlier. Before I heal. That timing was crazy. It didn't look like an input read, it just looked like perfectly inconveniently timed. But it still could be an input read. But goddamn. I like started to heal and then he continued his combo. I was like, whoa. Also, I didn't buff my weapon. Or drop a stone. Pop a drop a stone. My rap name. Alright. I rolled, but it did not happen. I think I pressed it too late. Maybe buffing my weapon and taking my shield out for the extra attack speed? Question mark. We'll try it. I just want the poise break early on. It really changes the fight, but... I have you downloaded in this phase. I just need... your phase 2 downloaded. Walk away, get stamina, keep them in your thoughts and in your cameras. Fuck. I might not have the spacing. Finally got the roll. I didn't have the spacing, but we got that shit. Phase 2. No heals. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Thank you for waiting for me to find you in this thicket of cloud. I think I do have the timing to barely hit him with the dash attack. Like, that isn't an opening. For obvious reasons. But, when he's like hanging out there, not attacking, just walking, it's not actually an opening. So when I use it to... What the fuck? When I use it to heal... I don't know why he just switched to two-hand. Pressed roll. Unfortunate. Maybe I fat-fingered it, or they're conjoined. I'm not using like an official Xbox controller, so maybe the underneath parts are conjoined after dropping it. No. That was weird. Dude, we're kicking ass. We got this fight. I'll keep the shield out. Keep fucking that up. That's the jump animation. Remember when I said I don't want to get killed by the side particles on their mouth and I tested for it? I didn't test well enough. No, I attacked too early, so it slowed down right there. I should have just kept into the pocket. I kept flying too close to the sun. And I got burned. Alright. Let's do this. Need the stamina buff. Damn. I like it. It feels like he's not even trying anymore in phase 1 because he knows, like, well, phase 1 is pretty much just done. He's gonna get through this shit. It is just phase 2 time. Jump. I should also say, I just realized with that lightning bolt that the reason I can dodge stuff is moves typically have the same, like, 3 timings. It's like the fully charged heavy attack, the light attack swing, and then the attack speed's based on weapons. So when something breaks that convention, it's very obvious, because it's like, well, that doesn't work with how everything else in the game works. So... be tilting. Can I buff my weapon? He's gonna hit that shit. No! It teleported me in. I would have hit that shit if it wasn't a grab, I think. I mean, it stuttered me into the grab, but I should have known. I keep dying to cheese. No, I mean, I've cheesed a couple bosses. I deserve it. That sucks, though. That was a very clear, like, it would have missed you. But we're gonna teleport you into the hitbox. Well, I guess I'm dead. Shouldn't have hesitated. I waited on that last attack. It looks like the wind-up of the other move. Try to drop lock on, but I'm okay with locking onto the dragon instead. It's safer to just ditch the camera movement and move straight towards them. Get back here. Okay, I got him. Get back here. Who do you think you are? Dragon Rider. Also, further evidence, I know this is gonna sound super conspiratorial, right? But in Elden Ring, the next game in the series of Souls-like, maybe even if, I think they're connected, but even if they're not, the people you are killing like this are demigods, which would further tie the link that this person is a demigod, son of Gwyn. How about that shit? We wouldn't have that knowledge to theorize about. Okay, that roll just didn't come out. We wouldn't have that knowledge to theorize about. That sucks, bro. During the release of this game, because obviously Elden Ring wasn't out, but I think it was more of a maybe we should explicitly tell them what was happening kind of thing. Be more clear. So essentially, in Elden Ring, if this were Elden Ring and we killed that boss, it would say demigod felled. Which is interesting. Also, sorry, I haven't checked chat in a minute. The fuck? We've been going ham. Really trying to beat this guy. It is my birthday, though, for anyone just tuning in. So. Damn it. God damn. I pressed it too late. Also, this is like a bird dragon. I just realized. I'm gonna turn chat on now. Just because we're not getting some good runs, and typically it just takes my mind off trying for a minute, and then we're good. So. We're back. We're so back. It's gonna be a couple of hours, I can tell, fighting this boss, but like I said, it's my birthday. and the last game development game jam day. So I might call this early, even though we're constantly beating phase 1 and getting them to phase 2. Which is better than most bosses. We've even done it a couple times without healing. I know it's going to take a minute before we get the phase 2 movement down because we're going to die in one shot every time. And so we can only make one mistake each life. I need to animate a dragon. I need to model and animate a dragon because I don't have, like, doing game jams made me realize all of the assets I don't have that I want to use, and I was like, oh my god, we should just start making shit. That turnaround was crazy. No. Nice, the uppercut. I just rolled too early. I got psyched out. That's my opportunity to heal or attack. It doesn't really give you an opportunity for both. I use my opportunity to heal, to attack. Not the smartest decision on my part. Oh, okay. I rolled too early. If I just spam rolled a little... Actually, I rolled too late. If I spam rolled a little earlier, I would have got out of range. Or had iframes right when he released to that point. Oh man, we're so fucking close. I can feel it. As soon as we learn this guy's spacing and timing, we're gonna get him like phase 1. You see, that's the difference between this boss and the one I've been complaining about and stuck on, is it feels even though I keep dying, this one feels possible. Like, it's just me. You know, it's not like the game robbed me by like, oh, we're interrupting an animation that is there because you're supposed to do something with it. We're gonna pretend like he can't interact like that. It's like, well, why give him a backstab or a shield kick? Like, if it's just, or like a charge attack roll. Just make him roll every time out of it. Just so players know. It's more consistent of a boss fight that way. You can learn if it's consistent. If it's inconsistent, it's like, well, I hope that happens the way I want. This guy, he's swinging, right? Like he's flying around me, because I know that animation. What next? I run towards him, I roll. I attack. What's next? He's flying around lightning. See how much time it gives me to react to things? They're hard, and the wind-up makes it awkward to do it yourself, but he's gonna do the thing again. Nope. Turn around. God damn it. I was more focused on his animations. I felt like I had the timing, but I didn't even see if it hit me or not. Like, obviously it hit me, but like visually, I felt like I got that. Rolling into him is way safer, surprisingly. I mentioned that way earlier, but that hitbox is extended forward for sure. Damn. We're learning. I haven't dodged like that this whole time, so now I know why. I was scared of such a thing, and of course, it's the case. Always assume the worst is pretty much when the Dark Souls boss fight. You think you have to spam roll? Yeah, you probably do. See, he can just hit near the thing, but if I swing a fucking inch away from the underneath the dragon's head, I miss. Like just what? I just shaved the dragon's beard hair. You think his weapon is big enough visually too? They have to extend the hitbox bigger than it actually is. It's like fucking A. When I say accurate hitboxes, that's what I'm talking about. His weapon is the size of me, just the blade. And there's like the fucking staff part is double my height. You kind of have to walk back out so he doesn't do the lightning move. Turning around. I don't like this area of the map. Can we move? Nope. God damn it. Lock on with the dragon head helps for sure. God. I was just too late on that. I was thinking about locking on. I wasn't ready for how much you would miss without the lock on the dragon. I swung right under its face and barely missed. Disheartening, to say the least. Especially when I died to like, they miss you but you explode next to them so many times. It's like, god damn it. Increase the damage we do. Like that one we barely swiped under it but hit. Because we were locked on, it made us swing more towards the dragon. That spacing is better without the lock on. This spacing is better without the lock on. God damn it, never mind. It's better to avoid without the lock on. Flying around. What's next? Zeus powers? Yep. Nope. Are these supposed to be the bells that everyone's been talking about? Like, I didn't hear no bell. There we go. Same animation as the Zeus power, but he's just signaling the dragon to do something. No, I didn't run. Okay, good. Didn't kill me though. You hear the bells every time a player, in other words, rings the bells to summon the boss. Yeah, it's the same rule as the, like in the Undead Burg and the swamp in the first game. When when another player rings the bell, you hear the bell toll, which I love. But I just meant because it's the same mechanic, that typically means it's like either a parallel or literally the same thing renamed, right? And they did mention, like, I didn't hear a bell, both in the DLC Painted World and in the past, when we go to the darkened Firelink. Because time travel's weird. We're from the future, but we're also in the past. That's why everything is contextually weird, because if we're from the future and we keep going back to the future, gotta go back in time. Now, if we're from the future and we keep going back there and coming back to the past to fix things, and then it ends by closing the loop, or breaking the loop, then it is kind of fucked, right? Like, of course, the period of which this takes place is like messed up, because you are the future you who has linked the flame in the eyes of the land, but you are yet to do so because you are one of the souls in the soul of Cinder. I don't think you were here for my gun deer theory. Essentially, they say, I mean, we're gonna go over this a million times in this playthrough, so I'm just gonna keep referring people back to it. But they say the transitory lands of the lords of Cinder, right? So that means everywhere is merging. Hold on. But if in science, space and time are connected, it's one hyphenated word. It's space-time. So if all of the lands are connected, then time is being warped as well, which is why they say time is weird in this land. So they acknowledge it. Like, time works weird here because if space is working weird, time has to work weird. So if you're pulling people, or you're pulling zones from the future, you're pulling the people and items from there as well. If you're not just pulling like the empty space, so, which only exists in the context of the past. So if it's calling you through the flame back to the past to link the flame you've already linked, it's a whole thing. Ashen ones never properly linked the flame. They basically just, no, that's what I'm saying. If you haven't linked the flame yet, this version of you that you're playing as, but you will link the flame, right? Then it will call to you like, hey, like from the past, this guy linked the flame in the future. Get his past self that does so, and have him come beat the shit out of his current self so that he can re-link the flame, because no one in modern times can link the flame. So it's like calling everyone whose soul is in the soul of Cinders, including you, but you aren't there yet, which makes it so you are Ashen, right? Oh, okay. Oh. I love this fucking armor. Will you let me buff, kind sir? Nope. Damn, the way I was pressing, I sat up in my fucking chair, pressing dodge roll. So the version, of course, that you're playing as hasn't linked the flame. And they say that time and space are working weird, right? So, and then people theorize that the shadow version of Firelink Shrine is in the past because the lady remembers you in your version of it, as if like, oh, didn't I run into you before? If you go there. And if you never talk to her, I think. She still says like, oh, you're familiar. So it kind of furthers the proof of, I mean, that could just be a coding error, but I doubt it. Game is so nuanced. I fucking love this armor. Stay at full health. Forehead. Could have hit him. No! God, it even looked like I jumped over it. I like died midair. Ugh, that's so fucking sad. But we got him pretty low. In the Soul series, time is associated with light, as mentioned by the Ulasil sorceries. As the flame is the manifestation of light, as it fades, time begins to warp as well. Yeah, but the fire is being kept alive unnaturally by the rekindling of it through the souls of people, right? Because Gwyn is an asshole who's trying to perpetuate the Age of Fire out of fear of the shadows in the Dark Soul, name of the series. So it is more important. The humanity's tie to freeing humanity is more important than just time travel being associated with light. So it's like, of course, if you, and like I said, if you are the one, like the game is, you are the one that links the flame, right? So you just do the, here, I'll say it in terms of game design. If you beat the game normally the first time, and then you go for a secret ending the second time, then it's canon. Your endings are canon. Because not just New Game Plus, but the whole point of the story is, well, you could be this past version of yourself that has yet to link the flame now, but it knows you can do so. So like the way that your character doesn't really speak to people but affects time travel, it still kind of all flows, but even though there's no explicit saying of like, you are your player character from Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, I think, like I said, it's more of a, it fits with the literal player at the time. So like if you've never played Dark Souls and this is your first one, then yeah, this is the, that's the unkindled. You are just, this is your first one. You can go back and play the other ones, but the story is literally, like how multiplayer is canon, your multiple endings to the game are canon. So, because in terms of game design, like that's what Miyazaki's aiming for. But it's like ambiguous with each ending because you can go for any ending in any order. I could do like the dark ending and then the usurping the flame ending, or like instead of going for what's her name of Astora, I like kill the firekeeper at the end or whatever. Like there's so many endings, but it's the player's point of view is how the story is told. So they're trying to make it make sense to any player that shows up into the series at any point. I'm not just talking about like the story lore-wise, I'm talking about like game design-wise, why they would make that decision, right? But it also kind of ties in with the time travel thing. If you're in a time loop and you can either break it or continue it, well that fits with the themes of all the endings and going back and playing multiple endings, and New Game Plus being a choice that you do after your playthrough instead of it just forcing it on you like Final Fantasy or something. I think part of the theme of the Souls games is the ending is that your choices really don't matter by the end of it. I feel like that's not true. If you analyze the story, it's like it says a lot about you as a person. But like I said, the things are ambiguous because it's supposed to be. Like, did you like that NPC? Well, they died. Did you like the world? Well, you ended it. Like, if you don't know the context of Gwyn's evil ass throughout the games, and you only play 3, and then you get the dark ending, you're not gonna think that that's the good ending. You're like, what the fuck? I just destroyed the world. But then like I said, as I've analyzed it with time, I'm like, oh wait, what the fuck? Yeah, all these people are like hollowing out, and they're missing their souls, and they're composed of multiple souls stuffed into a person, like forgetting their original memories. This is hell. Like, this is the worst way to exist. So of course, like, quote unquote ending the world and letting death take place, it's like, well, in this context, death isn't the bad guy. It's like death is always the bad guy in every series. This one, they're trying to make death not the bad guy. The bad guy is light and life with Gwyn and lightning, trying to perpetuate an age in fear of darkness. That's why I think Ronnie's ending is the best, right? Because it's like a symbolism. Who guards Ronnie's heart, the metaphorical heart, but Estelle, like the ugliest creature in the game. It's supposed to be like, well, the time of humanity is past, and these are the creatures that might inherit this tarnished world, right? Like the lands between. So they're like, if you think they're ugly and scary, but this is the natural cycle of things. She's like the bug girlfriend, like the one who likes, you know, like, what is it? Pinning up bugs and stuff. I forget what the hell it's called. But it's like, yeah, if you just, it's like appreciating life and death is what Ronnie's about. And that's why she's trying to allow death, and like people are like, it's the bad ending because she's saying that there will be sorrow and death, and it's like, yeah, but you don't understand the context of that. Is what's the opposite? Everyone gets to keep living forever, forgetting their memories, getting pieces of themselves faded and stolen by each other. It's like the worst thing. The gods are cursed, their kin, everything's fucked. It's like that. No, like the death is actually probably the best thing to happen in this game world. And Ronnie, who lived throughout the world and is a royalty and knows all the secrets, agrees. Like, yeah, you know what? Holding back the fates and stars in fear of death is bad, because even though you're scared of what they look like or what they are, that's like the natural cycle of, like, these things are meant to replace us. It's fucked up, but that's the story. Dark Souls 3 as the only actual good ending, letting the flame fade ending. Yeah, I think the true good ending is the one we're going for now, where we give the eyes back to the keeper, because of what I'm talking about. Like, you end Gwyn's age. It's not just fading the flame, but you're allowing the dark soul to do what it was supposed to do, that Gwyn sealed with the dark sign forever ago, right? And because it's a time loop, it's like, yeah, you break that seal and it goes away, but that's kind of why I think the dark ending, or why the Firelink isn't in the future, because if everyone died, right, like it's the dark ending, you've like got rid of the dark sign and all the shadows have unleashed in the world or whatever, I'm focused on the lore, then people can die. It's not just hollowing and undeath anymore. People can die. There would be no NPCs. Everyone's just dead. If you kill someone, they don't show back up. But the NPC knights respawn. All of the bad guys can hollow. You can kill them 11 times and then they disappear, which is the game's mechanic of hollowing NPCs. So if hollowing and undead are still in existence in that dark world, then no one ever made the fire fade, and the age of darkness hadn't come yet, because people would die and you wouldn't be able to hollow the NPCs there. It's an easier mechanic because you just make them hollow in one kill, right? There's a mechanic for it. It's not like, well, they don't want the NPCs to go away. They already do that if you just kill them 11 times, which is hollowing. So it's like, no, it's a story beat to tell you, hey, this is still taking place when undeath is a thing. Again, it's a coding thing though. Might be a story beat, but all they have to do is make it one kill instead of 11, and then just put some really hard knights there. And it's like, this is the last bastion of hope. Everyone is gathered here, and because now you die, and you die for good. When you die in the game, you die for real. So it's like there, and you kill the NPCs, they don't show back up, like the knights and everything, and you're like, oh fuck, there's no hollowing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a player realization. Environmental storytelling. The world tells the story without it being a sign like, this is the tomb of yada yada and this is their statue. It's like, no. The influence that they had in this world is still here, so their reign had never truly ended. I definitely rolled just now. So like, Gwyn's effect of causing undeath isn't gone in that dark world. So. Because even if we kill the dogs, they're still there. If we kill the people, the Dark Knights loyal to Gwyn or whatever the fuck, they're still there. It's another thing no one is. The only issue with that is the ending of Dark Souls 3. The Firekeeper alludes to the fact that the flame will eventually light back up again, and likely some dude is going to keep that one lit too. Yes, which is what happens in the series that I'm talking about. The next thing that happens is, instead of fire, it's grace. You, out of anger, ending the world, right, because you want death to be perpetuated, see, oh, like the same thing just happened in the lands between, in this new world. Instead of a fire being lit by Gwyn, it is a grace that was gifted to them, right? So. And then, instead of a guy doing it, it's America. So it's like, in the series, that's already happened. Like what I'm talking about. If they're all connected, she's right. And that's kind of an illusion in terms of game development narrative, right? You have to think about, if it's all about a note to game designers ripping off his games in 3, then it's like, yeah, the note should be like, this is meaningful because it's over. And the next thing will have to be completely different. Even though it's similar, it will be a new dude in a new world. And then, like I said, it's Radagon America. Same story. I mean, I have a whole TikTok. I have a short. I think it's probably good news recycling ideas. I would agree, but he hired a whole new writer, right? To write the world lore and everything. He didn't have to recycle any ideas. He hired someone to not do that. So any recycled themes makes me think, again, it's connected, because there are plenty of things. I mean, it's cut dialogue in game development, so it's not even theorized. It's like, do you choose to believe or do you not choose to believe? So I'm not even going to argue it. It's like there's a cut line of dialogue that does connect to the games. I don't have to argue about it. But that's what I mean. Like, if Demon Souls connects to Bloodborne through a cut line of dialogue, honestly, I think George R.R. Martin didn't contribute as much to Elden Ring as people think. We pulled up an interview of George R.R. Martin talking about his influence on Elden Ring. He wrote, like, as a game developer, talking about narrative and story, like, the story of this NPC that's stabbing his dragon isn't the narrative reason, right? So the story and background story of what literally happens to that guy, right, we're kicking his ass, isn't what it's supposed to represent in its entirety. So I think George R.R. Martin wrote the lore and story, but in terms of narrative game design, like why the bosses are there and what they mean to the player, because it's, like you said, recycled from Dark Souls, I think Miyazaki has a running theme that he wants to connect through things, and I mean, it's more of a up for interpretation. If you believe that cut dialogue from a game because of intellectual property ownership by Sony is enough to untie them together, it's like, what would you, I think, like, in a perfect world, they're connected because they, like, I feel bad saying it, but Sony would just give him his intellectual property back. He would own Demon Souls, and then he can just say they're all connected because I make the money off of them. But if he says they're all connected, then Sony gets all of the intellectual property of Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, which is the reason he made Dark Souls is because Sony owned the property of Demon Souls and wouldn't let him make it on multiple platforms, like console, Xbox, or PC. Like, it would, like, so if you, like, you know the history of the development of things, then it's like, yeah, they would all be tied together if it was Miyazaki's way, because of the things he cut out of the game that tied them all together. So there's an NPC in Dark Souls 1 that ties together Bloodborne with, like, the rest of the series. So if Demon Souls is tied to Bloodborne and Bloodborne's tied to Demon Souls, or Dark Souls, then they're all connected. And the only thing not connected would be Elden Ring, but then again, at the very end, they hint at this all happening again. Which, if it's the broken cycle, if you continue, if it go, like I said with the story, if you break the cycle, like I said, then it could be America and the Elden Ring. If you continue the cycle, then the fame is destined to fade again, and then you're going to have me fighting this boss again. The time loop, even if it's slight variations, how they call it world in Demon Souls. Like, everyone's worlds are different, right? I'm invading your world, or I'm joining your world to help fight, but I'm like a spirit in your world, is what they call it. And it's a very slightly different timelines. Like, an NPC that's dead in my world might be alive in a very important role in yours. Again, it's canon. It's not just like a theory thing, because the way that the items are described in the game as literally happening, and there are NPCs that invade you. So it's like, yeah. Fucking, yeah. So it's like you have to look at the thing not just in terms of a gameplay thing, but narrative, right? Like why would the game designer want, what are they trying to evoke in the player? If you're another game designer, you kind of see the message of like, yeah, this is the end of the trilogy, but not the end of like me working on these kinds of games because I fucking love making these games. It's pretty much what Miyazaki's saying in that ending to me, where it's like ambiguous but not. Also, progress has been made. We got him like second half, phase 2, we got him to phase 3, and phase 4 if you count the first health bar in halves as well. I feel good ending it here. Death or not. The worst time to itch my face. I think we kind of agree on what's happening. It's just like a point of view thing. Like maybe we don't agree entirely. I kind of agree that people overstate George R.R. Martin's influence, but I feel like that's kind of what he worked on, right? He's a writer, so of course he's going to work on the writing. He talked about not seeing the game artwork until way later, so it's not like he was really in the details of where the NPCs were and why they were there. He just kind of set up the world, right? Like Middle Earth and the lore, and then like he wrote the Silmarillion, and Miyazaki wrote Lord of the Rings. That's the best analogy. Like the Silmarillion is like the framework for what, like why the Lord of the Rings takes place in Middle Earth, right? Like what the fuck Middle Earth is, what's happening there. It establishes all that shit. And then Lord of the Rings is of course the story of Frodo within Middle Earth. It's technically a sequel story, but it's also its own story, separate. Like if you just read Lord of the Rings, you don't need to read The Hobbit, but if you read The Hobbit, it enhances Lord of the Rings. If you read the Silmarillion, it enhances all those other ones, but it's not like Lord of the Rings is expecting you to know everything perfectly. They do explain some stuff, and it's not tied directly. They definitely have the problem of fantasy proper nouns, where if you read it and you don't know the proper nouns, you're like, what the fuck? But then you can kind of insinuate based on what they say. Hope everything is doing well. It's me, Addis. Hello? How you doing? I'm fighting one of the hardest bosses in the game right now as a level 1. But we're doing pretty good. I might end it soon. But with the way we're consistently getting it to phase 2 and doing damage in phase 2, I like what I'm seeing. He's giving me a moment, so I'm gonna heal. Just powering along, you know, waiting for life and best of luck, comrade. I hope things go good for you. I hope things get better. I'm giving you my birthday blessing. Any magic that does exist on your birthday, I bestow it. I hope all is well from here on out, or is getting better. Things won't be perfect forever all the time, but you know what? I can always wish for things to get better for people, right? There is no such thing as peak. Except if I beat this guy, that'd be kind of peak. I like Dark Souls 3 because of how much of you can exploit most bosses, including the Nameless King. Got my birthday coming up myself. I'm just rolling away. Got a pack from main grip. Ah. Respect, that's awesome. Chat is helping me because I'm just rolling, but I'm also looking at my second monitor's OBS display of Dark Souls. Ah, I rolled way too early on that. Alright, well, I feel we need to take a break. It is my birthday. I'm gonna call it here. Go celebrate with some fam. I hope you enjoy your main trip. I hope you pack everything you need. You don't forget anything. Don't forget your toothbrush and deodorant. Alright. That was fun. I'm going to work on my game, and then tomorrow I might stream that a little bit. To demo it. It is the last day. I don't have the best luck, generally speaking, either ring or life. No worries. Or either RNG or life. You know what? I feel that. You gotta make your own. You'd miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And you have to be okay with accepting the losses, right? I mean, I wouldn't be here fighting the Nameless King in a level 1 playthrough if I gave up on any of the bosses because it got hard, right? So, I believe in you. Tough times never last, only tough people last. La 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 la. Alright, GG guys. Hope you have a good one.